Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to Deconstructing the Dark Passenger podcast, the podcast about all things Dexter. I'm Jean.
I'm Victoria.
Today, Dexter Season 3, Episode 5, Turning Biminese. I had the song in my head the whole time.
There's a song?
Yes, Turning Japanese.
Oh, okay.
That's what this is from.
Oh.
You don't know that song?
Probably not.
It's a great song. You should. It's not actually about turning Japanese, though.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we're getting into the mid-season muddle. It happens in every season. In some seasons it's worse than others. It's not so bad in this season, but it's definitely noticeable. Where a lot's happening and it's a little sloppy and the editing's a little... I'm not sure how that person got from A to B and then just went back to A. I don't know why.
I've noticed it, now that I'm rewatching for it, I've noticed that every time around, 5, 6, 7, mm-hmm. it gets to a point where it's, a very busy episode.
Yeah.
And they jump back and forth so much.
Yes.
You're like, wait a minute. Why didn't you just extend the last scene with them?
Why didn't you just...
Yeah.
We're in that section where it's a couple episodes of doop, doop, doop.
Yeah.
It's like watching ping pong. So we open it up. They're at Rita and Dexter at the doctor's office. Rita is gushing over her ultrasound. I am furious with Dexter.
He's like, this is a time that everybody should be happy hearing the baby's heartbeat, and he's just like, yeah. No. It doesn't really affect him.
Okay, calling bullshit. So, I don't understand. I believed this in season 1, where we had Dexter, I have this hole in me, I don't know why. Okay, we saw him completely pulverized over the course of that season emotionally. He understands where he came from. It does cause him some distress. He does have to make a choice between his biological brother and his adopted sister. We go into season 2, and Lila, whether we like her or not, she puts some kind of fire in his belly, right?
Yeah.
And we're getting this season 3 stuff where we have a couple things going on. I don't understand why he's acting like season 1, episode 1 Dexter here.
I think he doesn't know how to act.
Well, I understand he doesn't know how to act, but just last season, at the end of last season, which in the Dexter timeline is 6 weeks before this is happening or something? 2 months or...
Yeah.
Dokes was in the cabin at this point, and Dexter said, it was in his narration, so he was very aware of it. He felt something in his stomach. I guess it's sadness. And now he's like, oh, it's a shame I can't feel anything, because I guess, people would feel a thing. This is utter bullshit. It is ridiculous. I understand that we're supposed to... Dexter does not completely understand what is happening inside of him. He doesn't understand his emotions. He still doesn't completely understand when to react a certain way. That's all good and well. That's him growing and learning how to be a normal, quote-unquote, as close as he ever gets person. That's different than what this was. If he said, geez, I don't know how to feel. I know how I'm supposed to feel, and I feel something. If he acted like this is a strange thing that's happening, and if he's confused about his feelings or whatever, which I think would be normal for a new father, it would definitely be something you would expect from him. But for him to be like, yeah, I don't give a shit. It's just a kid. I don't care. Because this also means he doesn't care about Rita. He doesn't care about the kids. They made a point of showing us last season. Very clearly he cares about Rita and the kids.
Yeah. And I think it came a couple seconds later when the doctor's like, oh, everything's okay. I think you're about 9 to 10 weeks. And then Dexter's like, I'm going to be a father.
Yeah. Which, yes. And I think framing it as first-time father jitters or whatever, that's fine. But that should have been the outset. We shouldn't have leaned into this. I'm the little wooden boy. I don't feel things. I don't know where I came from. I appeared out of nowhere, out of thin air. I popped into existence at the beginning of the season. I have no history. It's ridiculous. As for somebody who cannot stop talking about his past and can't stop talking to his dead father, this is insane. This is one of the consistent problems, as much as I love this show. One of the problems I always have on it is we're dealing with a very difficult, complicated character. We don't really know how to convey that. I'm not saying it's Michael C. Hall's fault or it's the writers. It's a difficult character. It's difficult stuff to convey. And out of confusion, maybe we revert back to, well, you're either a full-form human screaming at people in random cabins in the woods because they said something about your wife, or you're just a person that just sees a baby and doesn't even give a shit. Like, there's nothing in between. There's no progress between those two things. Complicated by original sin, where we've definitely already seen Dexter specifically have very human impulses, like compassion and things. It's just this whole leaning into the little wooden boy thing. We're way past that. Too much has happened. Stop doing this.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And then you see him playing golf, and Miguel's like, is the picture in the front pocket or the back pocket? I was like, how would Miguel know? He doesn't even have kids.
He doesn't even have kids. Okay. I got some stuff about this. We're going to get into this. Maybe not in this scene, but we're going to get... So he starts telling him about this guy, Ethan Turner, who was a man who killed his wife on a cruise ship. And I think they're still working on it, but Miguel knows they've moved to dismiss it and everything, and this guy's going to get off. He's going to walk.
And he killed another wife and took all the money.
Yeah, he marries these rich women, and then they end up dead. And
yeah, and they end up dead pretty quickly because if he doesn't, like, he's not going to get any money from them.
Right, because they always have prenups.
Yep. And the only way he gets the money is if they're dead.
Right. If he has to divorce them, he won't get any money.
Yeah.
So Miguel's being very performatively annoyed by this situation, right? I will get into, because there's another scene about this later, which is like, this is outrageous, but we'll talk. I got another question here. So they're at Miguel's country club, and they have lunch with Rita and Syl. I love Syl. I can't believe how much I love Syl. That was a character we didn't get enough time with.
Yeah, she was great.
They do have a line, because Dexter's so funny when he tries to act macho, because he's like, oh, that spa stuff isn't for men.
Yeah.
Right? No, we don't want to be naked and helpless on a table. That's no fun.
There's when you got somebody rubbing the knots out your back.
Not when you're tied to the table with plastic.
I mean, there's a whole difference there.
Yeah.
That would probably make me uncomfortable.
That would make me uncomfortable, too. Okay. There's going to be some tension between Rita and Dexter because he does not want to get rid of his apartment. They always try to portray Dexter, he's this quick thinker, and he's a smart guy, and he's very fastidious, but something this simple baffles him. This is an easy fix, Dexter, because he's like, well, think about keeping my place and subletting it, and Rita, understandably, is like, well, we can't live there with the kids, so we're going to have to get a house that can actually fit everybody.
Yeah.
And he kind of touched on it. The answer then is, Dexter, I know you can figure out how to do this. Make money off the sublet and frame it as, I don't want to get rid of this apartment. Look at where it's located.
I can sublet it for a lot of money.
I can sublet it and actually make some money, potentially, if I do it right.
It can be an Airbnb.
It could be an Airbnb. He doesn't own it. He's got a lease, but he could still do something.
Yeah.
You definitely get creative. I know people get creative all the time. It's a money-making opportunity here. But he's just planting his flag into like, I gotta have this apartment because I'm a man and I don't like spa day.
He didn't say any of that. Well, he just didn't want to get rid of his apartment.
He put Rita in the position of feeling like he was pulling away and kind of distancing, which he is, not for the reasons she thinks.
Yeah.
But I was like, there's a very easy way to not make this an issue, and he just didn't,
Yeah.
He's back in his apartment later that day, and he's talking about, I need my space, and I need my quiet and my solitude.
My slides.
I need all my stuff, and he's going on about it. And it's so funny, because he's having this vision of Harry getting sad about his furniture moving out. And they're playing this sad piano music.
And Harry tells the movers not to take the lamp, but that's my lamp. And he's like, marriage is 50-50. He doesn't have much.
I liked his lamp, too. I mean, my favorite thing about Dexter's apartment, which you can't take with him, is the divider between the rooms, between where his computer is and the TV area.
Uh-huh.
I just like it.
Oh, that he's got the pictures on?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a pretty cool divider.
It's not a very big apartment, but I just like it a lot.
Yeah. And I mean, he can't take the air conditioner with him either, so.
I mean, he can. It's a window unit.
But
he could take that air conditioner. I think he does. Well, we see what he does.
Yeah.
So he's checking into Ethan, and meantime, Deb and Anton are going to meet. with Anton's guy. Right? And
so funny.
This is so funny. They're parked next to each other.
But you don't know that at first.
So you just see them talking on the phone. But they're arguing about the word bupkis. I forget what Deb says at first. She say bumpkins or
Bumpkin.
and he's like, you mean bupkis? And she's like, whatever. And he's like, it's Yiddish. And she's like, no, it isn't. At first, I don't understand why she is so opposed to it being Yiddish.
And then she's like, bet me.
But yeah, okay. He's like, yeah, fine, I'll bet you because I know. Oh my God. And they meet his guy. His guy has like,
oh, wow.
nodded off behind a dumpster in an alley.
Yeah.
Deb's like, hey, anybody in there? Wake up, wake up. It's like, I'll bet you're great with kids. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
You know what? Kids are exactly like nodding off heroin addicts.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's the same damn thing.
Tell me you've never met a child without telling me you've never met Oh, man. But when the guy tells him, you have to find Wendell. Okay. This storyline will give me all the sads, and we'll talk about it when
all the sads.
All the sads. We got another crime scene. We got another skinning victim. Ramon is claiming jurisdiction of this one. Nobody's really happy about that.
Yeah.
This is going to mingle with Miami Metro's investigation.
Yes, but unless there's something found, that means they're not connected, and then Ramon is out.
Right.
So, we're looking at connections now.
Right. Vince, okay. We're going to talk about this, Vince.
They hurt Vincey's feelings.
They did hurt Vince's feelings. But Angel is talking to Joey about it. He's like, oh, look, hey, I'm worried about Vince because he's dressing better. He's not doing any stupid jokes. He's being serious about his job.
Yeah, Masuka has started wearing suits to work.
And Joey's like, yeah, maybe a little bird told him. Maybe a little bird told him that he needs to start acting like a grown-up. Yeah, we'll get there with Masuka. I don't like this. I have questions about the way it ends. I thought it was very funny, but we'll talk about Masuka. So there are some new victims. Wendell comes in, right? This is Freebo's doorman that Dexter has already had crossed paths with.
Yes.
And he's a young kid. He's, 14, 15?
Yeah.
But Dexter's like, he's going to recognize me. And then the jig is up. I'm done. So Dexter spends this whole time that Wendell's in the station hiding behind things.
Yeah. He closes his blinds.
And he gets a call from Miguel. So here's the thing. Ethan, the charges have been dismissed. The cruise ship murder charges have been dismissed for lack of evidence. This is where it becomes very clear. Jimmy Smits, I talked about how Jimmy Smits brought something to this season. And people talk about John Lithgow's performance in season 4. Jimmy Smits brought something to this season, though, that I think doesn't get enough credit.
Yeah.
I think the best way I can think of to describe it is that he took this show that was there and he's like, we're going to make it the Jimmy Smits show. He just he totally ate this entire show, this entire season. But this performance here, he is doing this amazing job. Okay, he's Miguel Prado, who is not a professional actor, who thinks he's a good actor, but is not a good actor, right? So Jimmy Smits is playing somebody who is playing a bad actor right here. And he's selling this thing to Dexter. He's like, I'm so pissed. Oh, man, they let him go. And he's getting all upset about it. I'm like, Dexter, it's bullshit, man. He's working you up. He's directing you.
Yeah.
He's trying to get you to do a thing. And it was so funny to me because I'm like, when we talk about like Dexter becoming a real human and feeling these feelings, I'm like, yeah, we can talk about that. Yeah, he loves people and he cares. We see all that. This is where we really see, this is Dexter's great character flaw. Because this is not the first time it happens. It happened with Lila too. Is that he cannot see when somebody is bullshitting him. Even here, when it is very obvious.
Yeah.
Jimmy Smits is doing a great job of being a very obvious con artist here.
Yes, yes.
Like the fucking car salesman last season. I was like, oh, hey, Dexter, I have a meme coin I'd like to pitch to you. Yeah, so he's a sucker. There's something about how people that have not really highly developed empathy or whatever, not always great at spotting people lying.
Yeah.
This might be his most important character trait. All this other stuff is stuff you can work on. But this might be this character trait where he just doesn't understand bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, he can do it himself really well.
Yeah.
Because he sees it as just acting. You know, but he doesn't understand when it's being done to him. Jimmy Smits is just fucking killing it here. Wendell is talking to Deb. Deb does a good job here.
She does.
Of relating to him. Yeah.
She really related to him.
I'm going to pick a bone here, though, because she's trying to relate to him. She talks about when she played softball growing up. And he has a very funny line. He's like, you played softball? She's like, yeah. And he's like, you don't look gay. Which was hilarious.
Yeah.
But I was like, wait a minute. No. We know now that Deb played volleyball. She did not play softball. She played volleyball.
I never even thought about that when I watched that scene. I did not think about the original Sin stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, original Sin should have been softball, but... Wow. Yeah. So
she's just walking around telling people she played softball when she didn't.
Well, it depends what timeline we're going. I mean, original Sin is canon now. So she's lying here. Her time machine is lying. She's lying about it. But they're hitting it off. She's getting somewhere with him. And so Deb's going to buy him lunch in the roach cart.
Burgers, fries, onion rings.
There were several burgers involved, right?
Yeah, well, because he said, I'll take some burgers, some fries, and some onion rings.
Some burgers. Multiple burgers. Yeah. And so she's on her way to do that. She runs into Dexter. He's kind of snuck out behind Wendell. And she runs into him at the elevators. And she's like, hey, I want your apartment.
Yeah, I mean, nothing. No, how are you? How's it been? Where you been today? I want your apartment. Just jumped right in. Yep. And he just looks at her like,
wait a minute.
I'm not giving that up.
Get away from Rita. And Ramon's coming out of the elevator. He's being very cordial. So you're going to be like,
hi, Dex. Hi, Deb. Yeah. How are you?
What are you up to? Yeah. Immediately. So Dexter starts talking. This is what I was saying. This is one of those episodes where they're just jumping around. The editing's weird. And you're like, just stick to one. Finish a scene. Have an entire scene. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It happens consistently, so it feels like it's on purpose, which means it's very annoying.
It drives me crazy.
It drives me insane.
I'm like, wait a minute. You could have done that one whole scene and then jumped over here. Why are you cutting back and forth?
Yeah. In any show or movie, there's like the idea that, you're cutting between the scenes to indicate things are happening at the same time. I was like, we can figure that out. We don't need you to like literally splice in timelines here.
Yeah.
This is stupid. So Dexter he's busy stalking Ethan. In the meantime, Wendell's mother showed up and took him straight out of that station. And she's like, my boy is not talking to anybody because she sees what's been happening to everybody that's talked to the cops.
And Deb's like, baby fucking Jesus. And Angel's like, you know I'm Catholic, right?
Angel also confirms that Deb doesn't know bupkis. They say, yes, it is in fact bupkis and it is in fact Yiddish.
So she actually owes Anton $1 million.
$1 million, yep. Angel starts asking her questions about the Vice Squad.
Yeah, I wanted to know if she's ever busted any Johns more than once.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, because the regulars, they find out a spot's hot and go somewhere else.
Yeah. So we know. Angel's thinking about this Detective Gianna, played by Kristen Dattilo, who's awesome. And I love this.
Yeah, she's great.
She's great. We have a sad moment here. This is where Masuka tells everybody they hurt his feelings. Again, with the paper. Like, Vince, realistically, nobody's going to understand that paper. They could read it all day. They're not going to understand it. Although, they should have showed up at the conference. You can go there, get some drinks, whatever. It's fine.
Chill.
But so Vince is feeling sad. It makes me sad.
Yeah, that's why you start dressing up, stop making jokes, and just doing his job. He tells him, you hurt my feelings.
Yeah. He did take what Joey said to heart, but not in a good way.
Yeah.
Speaking of Gianna, Angel goes down to the block, and he finds her, and she leans into his window. She's like, you have got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
And her tit is hanging out, and he's like, ma'am, roll it up.
Yeah. He's like, can you hide that?
They're doing this is very, I know they're flirting, but it's so weird. Because he's like, do you date cops? She's like, I rarely date cops. And he's like, so you never date cops? He's like, rarely is it never? I'm like, oh my God, this is so weird. Angel's doing normal flirting. And she's flirting in this. It reminds me of The Facts of Life. Joe on The Facts of Life.
He was in his 20, was he Joe, yeah.
Joe.
You had to give me that look. Sorry, I was thinking of the guy that comes in much later.
George Clooney, no.
Yeah.
It reminds me if Joe grew up to be a vice cop.
Ah! Yeah. Yeah. You know, I saw her recently on the Drew Barrymore show.
I was a fan. I like Joe.
Yeah.
Anyway, where were we? Oh, yeah. So they were doing their weird flirting dance. So Dexter, this is weird to see Dexter act like this. I can't think of another time where he acts like this. He's sitting there at the kitchen table at Rita's house, and she's got all these brochures of houses, and she's like, well, you know, we can go tomorrow with Syl. But he's like, no. And she's like, well, maybe we don't need to look at all of them. He's like, I don't want to look at houses.
I'm going fishing.
I'm going fishing. He's like,
yeah, I've never remembered him being so, like, temperamental like that.
They're already arguing like a married couple. They're already arguing like a couple that have been married for like 10 years. Like, I'm going fishing tomorrow. Tomorrow's my fishing day.
Not tomorrow, babe.
He has a reason to be adamant about it because he's going to go out to Bimini because that's going to be his only shot at getting Ethan. He's got Ethan's itinerary. He knows he's going to be in Bimini. That's his justification, which he can't tell Rita, obviously, but his tone and stuff with Rita.
Yeah.
It's wild. He goes out there. He's getting his boat ready the next morning. And I would be freaked out at this point. Like, this guy is popping up everywhere.
Everywhere.
And Miguel's like, hey, we'll get breakfast. And he's like, I got my equipment on the boat. Miguel's like, I would love to go out with you. And Dexter's like, no.
She's like, but I can't blow off this
I can't blow off
thing.
court. Yeah. Dexter's like, shit.
Thank God.
Yeah. Okay. So, this new Skinner victim that Ramon is claiming jurisdiction over. They're looking for her boyfriend, and Ramon is having this meeting. We gotta start knocking on doors. I need a list of witnesses y'all already talked to so we can talk to them. Quinn was like, what are you trying to say here? You're trying to say we didn't do a good enough job. And he's standing up for Deb, too.
Yeah.
Because actually, like, one of the best, most dedicated cops in this station. This is bullshit, my man. You're not going to do this.
But then Masuka walks up.
Then Masuka walks up.
And he's like, your case and our case are different.
Yes.
It seems like their victim had a tattoo cut out. Mm-hmm. Where the Skinner's victims are not tattoos being cut out.
Right.
There was some kind of a
fiber in her nose that would indicate that they had not been strangled, but they had been smothered.
And Ramon's like, well, no, they're connected. Masuka's like, it's not the same killer. Science is a cold-hearted bitch with a 14-inch strap on.
I love that line. It gets me every time. And he just delivers it with
so much ease.
Deadpan face and just...
Yeah.
It's great. But now we know.
And then Deb's like, he's back.
But now we know. It's what we've learned from this scene. Is that Vince Masuka can be effective and professional without being gross.
Yes.
Even though the strap-on line was a little weird.
It was great.
It was hilarious, but you couldn't actually say that in a professional setting because people would be like, HR. But he can work on his balance going forward.
I wonder how many complaints to HR there's been about Masuka.
Well, here's the thing about Masuka, though, is if we are to believe Dexter's universe here, the same 20 people have been working at Miami Metro since 1991. Yeah. So nobody cares.
Yeah, they're all done.
Yeah. Maybe that's what happened to Tanya. She's like, I can't work with this little pervert anymore. I gotta go.
Man, I wish they would have done a season 2. I bet they had a great end to Tanya.
I know. I liked Tanya. Anyway, Dexter goes to Bimini. He's laying on the beach. He has his vision. Okay. These conversations he has with the Harry ghost. Okay, Harry is his conscience. Harry is like his voice of reason. It's the thing I can bounce stuff off of or whatever. But sometimes it feels like something outside of Dexter. It's weird. It's like, I know it's not supposed to be a real ghost, but sometimes it feels like it is a real ghost.
Yeah.
You know? But anyway, we're talking about Ethan marrying these rich women, and Dexter is thinking about marriage, and Harry talks about how he chose to stay with Doris. I don't know what Harry was getting ready to say, if he was going to admit that he actually had feelings for Laura Moser, which I will never actually believe, no matter what they try to sell us. But Dexter's like, well, so even after you cheated on on Mom, you know.
Yeah.
Harry is like, and we're not so different because you're here in Rita's home. And you're cheating, too, but you're cheating with your dark passenger.
Yeah.
What's more important to you? Dexter lands on, well, I can have both. I can do it all.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's so funny here because they're laying on these lounge chairs. And Harry and Dexter are going back and forth. And all of a sudden, from the other side of Harry, Laura sits up. And she's like, hey, I need some suntan lotion.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, hi, honey. And Dex like,
Mom.
hi, Mom.
But anyway, so Rita has decided to do the house browsing herself.
With Syl.
With Syl. She doesn't like the cabinets at this one place. I'm like, honey, you can take down cabinets. You can refinish them. That's what Syl tells her. She's like, don't get distracted by that. I think this is the house that they end up moving into, isn't it?
I think so.
But Rita's like, well, what are the rules of using the bathroom while you're house shopping? I'm like, I guess you can use whatever bathroom you want. But I would be like, if this was my house and I was selling it, and I was like letting people do the open house, if I come home and somebody dropped a deuce in my toilet, I'd be like, I want to know who that was because they're not getting my house.
Most people are going to be nice enough to actually flush the toilet.
Some of them might.
Oh my god.
Anyway. All right. So Rita comes back out and she's spotting.
Yes.
So this is bad. And in the meantime, Dexter is he's on a timetable because this ship that Ethan's going to go on, it's
going to pull off the dock soon.
It's going to go off the dock at 10 o'clock, and that's it.
Yeah.
So he's got to be in and out by 10. No, Wendell. Again, like the editing here is so weird that they go back to this right now. But Deb has gone to Wendell's house, and she's talking to him. And Wendell is like, look, I just keep my nose out of Freedo's business. I don't know anybody. All I know is that he was in the hole for some money, but we know that somebody's watching. We can see. We're watching them interact through somebody's eyes that we don't see.
Yeah.
It kind of feels cheap, this decision to do this, but...
Yeah, it kind of weirded me out.
Yeah. I kind of feel like if they were going to have this person watching things, I wish they had started it earlier.
Yes, yes.
So anyway, we had seen Dexter when Miguel came up to him while he was getting the boat ready. We had seen him stowing his golf bags in the hull. And we were like, hey, why is he bringing golf bag? Well, now we know why he's bringing his golf bag, because he's going to put Ethan in the golf bag.
Well, some of Ethan.
Some of Ethan in the golf bag. But I'm watching this. Okay, so I'm watching everything he's doing. Like, this is always so much work. And sometimes, you know, he has it where he can actually spend the time with the person. And he can basically torture them with, this is why I'm doing this, and I'm fucking with you and all. But then you get stuff like this where he's on a timetable. I'm like, how can you get any enjoyment out of this?
Yeah.
I mean, you're just, and it's always so much to do. Like, no matter...
It's so much work.
You gotta break down the room, and it's so much. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, in the meantime, Rita is at the hospital. Miguel is pulling rank with the admin nurses. He's just busting in there.
Yeah, he's like, let me talk to the head of the hospital or whatever it was.
To do what?
Because when he gets there, Syl's upset because they won't tell her anything because she's not related to Rita.
Right. And
so he's hoping to get some information for Syl, and they've been trying to get a hold of Dexter.
Okay. He's a lawyer. Okay. I know he thinks that means that he's a demigod, but it's not. He's still just a fucking lawyer. Him being the DA or whatever doesn't mean that we can all of a sudden start violating HIPAA.
It's a TV show.
They can't tell you because you're not related to her.
Hi.
Oh, I don't want to be in the hospital and then some guy comes in. Hey, I'm the governor. Tell me what's wrong with this bitch. No, that's not how it works. Anyway.
You see Dexter throwing out Ethan's body parts out the window next.
Well, we see him kill him first.
Oh, yeah, he just plunged right in.
Okay. First of all, this was very upsetting to me, the way he's rushing through this. And it's not because he's rushing through it per se. It's because it makes it feel like the way he's rushing, because he's had to rush through stuff before. But it's just the way he's like jumping all around and he's sitting on him and all this stuff. It just makes it feel like it's somehow more savage like that. I mean, it just makes it feel more like just business. I got to get this done.
Yeah.
You know, it's really weird. But now this is the thing he does, and we don't get to see him do it. It's funny that they rushed everything else about this scene because he's on this timetable, but we got this long shot that we rarely get where he's feeling his pulse as his heart stops.
Yeah.
In his neck.
Yeah.
You know what? I was going to say I wish they do it more, but I don't, because I think it's more effective when they don't show us him doing it every time.
Yeah, I think it is too.
I mean, you kind of see it, but you never see it like he did here. Now, Deb has Anton's money. She's paying him for the work he's done with her as the CI, you know. And so she's going over, and she knocks, and some lady answers the door, and Anton have used up all the hot water, so poor Deb walks away, sad clown.
Like, just have him call me.
Just have him call me, but she's sad. But then Miguel calls. So now she's got to go to the hospital, too. Yeah, so now this is where Dexter's throwing his parts overboard, and he's looking at the ultrasound in his pocket, which has remained somehow in his pocket. It's been going through all this. It's not creased at all somehow.
Yeah.
Imagine dropping that at a fucking crime scene and not realizing it. Well, the murderer was clearly this fetus. Anyway.
He pulls out his phone and notices, like,
12 calls, yeah.
12 messages, you know. Like, any other time, Dexter would be picking up the phone.
Yeah.
And this one time, when he really needs to be able to answer the phone, he's just nowhere to be found.
I know. It's so fucking funny.
I knew. When I saw this, I was like, I knew you had to have been enraged over that.
It's like the one time. The one time.
Yep.
See? Every time, but this just reinforces his behavior, because every time he doesn't answer that fucking phone, it's something like this, and it's something the next day where a woman is yelling at him for not answering the phone. Now he's never going to not answer it again. No, well, there's going to be that one time. And yes, that will be the time where he's like, I just got to answer this goddamn phone every time. Every time forever now. Okay, anyway, at the hospital, Deb guilts the shit out of him, like, don't be like Dad. I'm like, no danger there, Deb. Don't even worry about it. If I was Rita here, okay, he's had this epiphany with the ultrasound, and he doesn't want to be like Ethan, and he doesn't want to be like his father. He wants to be him. He gets to Rita, and he's like, oh, is the baby okay? Are you okay? And she's like, we don't have to move. We don't have to do all this. He's like, no, I'm ready. Like, let's do this. We're going to do this.
We're going to get a house.
And her only thing is like, I want to get married before I start showing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. But if I'm Rita, I'm sitting there thinking, wait a minute. Where the fuck were you? And why is it that I have to have this fucking catastrophe for you to make up your fucking mind? Like Little Miss last episode, I want to get married with somebody that cares. Well, he doesn't care too much. This has to happen before he decides. Even after this great speech he gave last episode. Before he's like, oh yeah, actually I do want to get married. I'd be like, well, that's cool because I don't now. Fuck you. Fuck you, man. Where were you?
Wow.
Where were you?
He was killing a non-innocent person.
I don't believe you.
Wow.
Anyway, they go to Rita's house because they gotta take care of the kids. And Miguel's over there because the kids. And Miguel tells Dexter, oh, Ethan's missing. I'm like, who noticed that Ethan was missing?
Oh, the cruise ship called the cops at Miami to let them know that he hadn't shown back up on the ship.
This would not have happened in real life.
No, it wouldn't have. The cruise ship would have kept their mouth shut.
The cruise ship wouldn't have cared. They've got their money.
Yeah, they wouldn't.
Unless somebody else reports him.
Yeah,
they don't give a shit.
He was there alone, so.
Yeah, exactly. How would they even know? Like, they did not pick up on this that quick.
Yeah, I mean, they'd go into his room. They'd have stuff in there, but no person. They'd be like, oh well, they'll pack it up, put it lost and found, and keep going.
And this timetable is working too quickly. Like, this did not happen. But anyway, and Miguel's, where did you say you went out fishing again? They're like, Mercy Reef. They're like, well, the thing is that I sent the Coast Guard out there. I'm like, wait a minute. This guy has a lot of power. Yeah. I don't think this is accurate either. But anyway, he sent the Coast Guard out there. And they're like, there's no Dexter here. All right. So he's like, you were on the cruise ship.
Yeah, he's like, you finished what I couldn't. And, we are the same. You don't have to lie to me. I see you. I'm with you, behind you. I respect you. And I'm like, you're
weird.
full of shit.
I've never realized what a big dude Jimmy Smits is. I mean, Michael C. Hall looks like a teenager.
I know.
He's tiny.
Yeah.
And I don't think Michael C. Hall's like a small dude. I think he's just an average sized dude.
Yeah.
Jimmy Smits is a big man.
Yeah, he's really tall.
Yeah. If I was Dexter, I would resent that Miguel had baited me like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would be mad about it.
Because it happens more than once.
Yes.
Before Dexter catches on and gets back.
But Miguel admits to him here that he baited him.
Yep.
I'm like, I would be like, no, we're not. The relationship's over.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to prove anything, so we're done.
Yep.
But that's not what happened. Dexter instead, he's like, oh, it killed Harry, and it destroyed Brian, and it consumed Lila, but Miguel is proud.
He's my friend.
He's my friend. Get the fuck out of here. Friends do not bait friends into murdering people, Dexter.
But he wouldn't know that because that's been his whole life, is murdering, killing.
But not because somebody else tricked him into doing it.
Well, I mean, do we know Harry didn't trick him into killing that one guy?
No. Harry was very forthright with him about it. He's like, do it.
Do it.
Do it. Get it done. Yeah. Okay, so we're having a little bit of the problem that we had last season. Not nearly to the same level. So they're doing a lot.
Yes,
right?
They are.
We have all the Skinner stuff going on. So we're always going to have that big central story.
Yeah.
So we have the Skinner stuff, but it's interesting that Dexter seems very uninvolved with the Skinner stuff.
Yeah, he does. He seems very involved with Prado, but nothing with the Skinner. Is kind of weird.
Yeah, he's uninvolved with Skinner stuff. And so we have two other things. For Dexter, the character, we have two things going on. Like, we have Dexter trying to make friends and Dexter getting ready to be a father and a husband.
Yes.
It feels like we might be doing a little bit too much. I think they balance it much better than they did. Last season they were doing the Biminese stuff, and they were doing Lila, and they were doing Dokes, and they were doing the Bay Harbor Butcher, and it was a lot going on, and parts of it got too much attention and other parts didn't get enough. They're balancing it better this season. This wanting to make friends thing still feels like so crammed in there. And we need that character stroke, because they always have that character stroke every season. I think the Dexter getting married or becoming a father, I think that's plenty for this season.
Yes.
I think the friendship thing feels weird and forced. I think you could just have him having this back and forth with Miguel Prado, where Miguel Prado's already doing. He doesn't even have to do anything different, but if we could have Dexter not be bamboozled so easily, that would have been nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that definitely would have been nice.
They want us to buy Dexter as this smart guy. Except for now. No, now he's just dumb and he believes anything anybody tells him. Almost feels like they're getting impatient with Dexter. Like the writers are getting impatient with having to make Dexter grow as a person.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, you get a friend. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I still like it. But again, there's a lot of individual parts of this episode that I like, but it does feel like we're doing this weird, like you said, the back and forth. Like, lock the camera in for 2 full minutes.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
It kind of makes me nuts, but I don't know. I still liked it. I know it's coming, and one of my favorite lines ever is coming.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
A couple, too, because Deb's got one, and Dexter's got one coming up, so we got some
We got some good lines.
We got some gold coming up.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that. We needed this episode. This wasn't a wasted episode, but it was just, this is what happens at this point in every season. Everything kind of gets, woo, what are we doing?
Yeah. It does.
So, but I don't have a lot else to say about it.
I don't either.
Okay. All right.
Sorry about my voice.
Yeah, she's got a little bit of a cold, so we're working through that, but she's doing okay. So, next week we'll be back with episode 6. In the meantime, You can check out our other podcasts, The Final Assessment, which is a podcast about the show Evil, and our movie podcast, Outside Food and Drink. We just wrapped up John Carpenter's Apocalypse trilogy. We have the schedule up on the website. We've covered Black Christmas in December as well, all 3 Black Christmas movies. You should check that out. And in the meantime, if you want to drop us a line or follow us on socials, we'll drop all that information in the show notes. You can come to our website. It's chasmotic.com. That's CHASMOTIC.com. And we would love to hear from you, whether you think we're full of it or whether you think we're awesome. Either way.
Let us know.
Let us know. And until then.
Later.
Later.